Today on the Philly Talk podcast, we got breaking news. Not the good breaking news, though. The Eagles will be releasing Darius Big Play Slay.
This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike. Talking sixes in the bird gang, that's our life. Competition, we ain't scared, yeah, that's what we like. Win or lose, you know we showing up and we gon' fight. You see we strive for the sky every day that go by. And every single week we screaming fly, Eagles fly. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike, yeah. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike, yeah.
What is going on, everybody? I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Talk podcast. And today we got to talk about this breaking news. We just had good news yesterday as it pertains to James Bradberry. Bad news today as it pertains to Big Play Slay. And we are still waiting for the C.J. Gardner-Johnson news. Now, before we break this down, help your boy out and hit that like button. It's free. It's easy. It don't cost a thing. Subscribe and ding the bell. You know, the monetization problems I'm going through, so YouTube ain't going to push me out. So make sure you're notified. Make sure you like, and it helps your boy out. This stuff is crazy. Look, I thought ultimately the Eagles and Slay would come to some type of agreement. Here's the big thing. It's reported that Darius Slay wanted a 3-year deal with guaranteed money, and that's what the Eagles couldn't do. We couldn't kick the can down the road too far. There is some kicking the can down the road, but let's break it down a little bit more. Mike Garafolo says the Eagles will designate cornerback Darius Slay as a post-June 1st release, sources say, which would push over $13 million of his cap hit from 2023 to 2024. He'll count about $8 million in change against the 2023 cap. I think this frees up some cap for us. I just heard Elliot Shorr-Parks say something. I don't know how sure he is, but, you know, he doesn't tweet nothing if he doesn't know. He said Darius Slay release with the June 1st designation will save $17 million in cap space, but don't get to use that cap space until June 1st. So I guess it frees up $3 million right now. But once June 1st comes, we will have $17 million in cap space. So that's when you can possibly see the Jalen Hurts contract be done. Maybe not now. June 1st is when most likely, I'm thinking, we hear the big news of Jalen Hurts. We know we're going to get him under contract. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. But what are we doing about C.J. Gardner-Johnson? And now it's even more evident that we need a corner at 10. Will Devin Witherspoon be there? Will Christian Gonzalez be there? If they're not, and we know they're going to be taken at 8 or 9, do we move up a little bit? Because James Bradberry was a tremendous CB2 last year. Some people say he was CB1. Maybe he played better at times than Darius Slay, but Slay was forced to play the number 1 wide receiver more often than not. I'm not saying the number 1 wide receiver didn't go in the slot sometimes. I'm not saying the number 1 wide receiver didn't go on James Bradberry's side, because we didn't flip-flop our corners. Slay stayed on one side, Bradberry on the other. Still, Slay probably matched up more against the number 1 guy. He's going to be missed. You can say he's old. You can say he had a worse second half. He's still a really good corner. Really good corner. Look at his PFF grade. The fact that guys don't target him shows the respect around the league quarterbacks have, and they don't want to throw at Big Play Slay. He got beat a couple times, but what corner doesn't? It's the NFL. It's an offensive game now. The fact that we can save $17 million post June 1st, according to Elliot Shorr-Parks, is big. Guaranteed money on a 3-year deal. If he did fall off a cliff next year or the year after or the year after that, it's a lot of dead money. And if you look at Bradberry, he's younger, right? He's younger than Slay. I still think you can't just automatically assume James Bradberry is going to be your 1, and we got the cornerback in-house, Zach McPherson, Josh Jobe. Who's the cornerback that's going to play CB2 in a passing league? We know Avonte Maddox is our slot guy. You got to go corner. If you're telling me James Bradberry at 29-ish is the cornerback 1 or 2 for 3 years alongside of a Devin Witherspoon or a Christian Gonzalez, I like that secondary when you add in a young guy like Reed Blankenship who can hit, and a guy like C.J. Gardner-Johnson we need to add in now for sure. For sure. This pretty much tells me the Eagles must, M-U-S-T exclamation point, go for a corner with the 10th overall pick. Now, I want to say I love having the Slays in town. Shout out to Jennifer Slay. She follows me, and she connects with a lot of Eagle fans. You know what I mean? She said, I'm crying. Philly, it's been real. Forever love Philly. Broken heart, sad emoji. She's one of the star wives of the Eagles. For the simple fact, she mingles with us at the game. She makes her banana pudding. She's always at the tailgates showing love. We definitely appreciate her kindness. She's giving away Eagles tickets, Eagles jerseys, Eagles signed autographed footballs. Shout out to Jennifer Slay. I'm going to miss both the Slays representing Philly. The locker room's going to take a hit too. Look what A.J. Brown said. He put the gif of like frustration. A.J. Brown said we were going to be all right. You can see though, this one hurt A.J. This definitely hurt a guy like Smitty, who has a good connection with Big Play Slay. It definitely hurt a guy like Fletch, who, you know what I mean, wanted Slay, played with Slay, drafted the same time as Slay, but Fletch is a free agent too. We don't know what's going to happen with him. Smitty loved him. I know Jalen loved him. You see, A.J. Brown definitely loved him. Again, going forward, if you're telling me 17 mil saved, it might be the right thing to do for the future, but losing Slay doesn't make us a better football team. It doesn't. Say what you want to say about Slay. It doesn't make us a better football team. Yes, I understand it's a future move. I understand we got to do what we got to do to get Jalen and certain other guys under contract. I understand that we need to get younger at the cornerback position, and we have a great cornerback draft coming up. We have the 10th overall pick. Things are lining up to get Gonzo or Witherspoon with that 10th pick. I understand that. But excuse me if I'm a little sad that Big Play Slay, is gone. And again, if we're talking about next year, it doesn't make us a better football team. Unless, listen, I will say this, though. These new corners coming out of the draft, the last couple years have been locked down good number one corners right away. I'm not saying Gonzo and or Witherspoon will be that, but look at Patrick Surtain. Top 10, ballin'. J.C. Horn, top 10, ballin'. Look at Sauce Garner, top 10, ballin'. I'm talking top. All these guys are in the top 5, top 7. Could Gonzo be that? Could Witherspoon be that? We gonna need them. We gonna need instant impact. The greatest thing that could happen to the Eagles is that Witherspoon or Gonzo is like that. Is like the Sauce Garner of the world. Is like Patrick Surtain. Is like J.C. Horn, where they come in and they're automatically number 1. And Bradbury can stay number 2. Even if you have to flip-flop, I think All-Pro James Bradbury proved a lot last year. Similar system. I don't see him being bad. I'm getting a lot of messages. We get a lot of messages already. Like, listen, we cool, but I'm going to have to be talking trash. Cowboys fan talk. Message me like, bro, we good. I just be talking trash, right? It's all good. That's what it has to be. Dang. It is what it is. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Make sure you hit that like. Make sure you hit that subscribe. Make sure you got the bell rang. We drop news, whether it's a video or live stream, 24/7, 365. I'll be monetized in 25 days. YouTube can't hold me down. Shout out to everybody who gave me the birthday wishes. It was a great birthday. We got James Bradbury. Still waiting for the C.J. Gardner-Johnson news drop. Let me know how you feel. I need to hear. The comment section's got to be lit. Drop the muscle emoji if you got nothing else to say. Let me know. Until next time, you know what time it is. We out.